Hey guys, welcome to Sugar and Spice Cook with Huma's another episode. In today's episode, I'm going to share a recipe for shrimp biryani. I'm sharing this recipe especially for this Cumin Eid, and this recipe was on my list for quite some time. Finally, I got a chance to share it with you guys. Please note down the ingredients for this recipe. Alright, first thing first, I want to talk about the rice. We're going to need some Basmati rice. A lot of my viewers, they have asked me many times this question, that what kind of brand I usually prefer. Well, it's kind of my review about this product. I'm using Kitchen King's extra large Basmati rice from last 3 years. So I really do recommend you guys this brand. If you guys can find it in grocery store, definitely a buy. Here I have soaked the Basmati rice for about 30 minutes or so in cold water. And we're gonna need, I'm using jumbo shrimps. You can use medium size. I bought the raw one. You need to buy the raw. The one looks like gray if you're buying frozen, not fresh. So I bought frozen raw fish, including the peel, but I couldn't find the one without shell. So I'll take off the shells. What I did was I put the frozen shrimps to defrost in cold tap water, and I've added about 3 to 4 tablespoons of white vinegar, including 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, and I let it sit for about 1 hour. The reason why I added white vinegar and lemon juice in this water, to get rid of that ocean and that raw fish smell out of shrimp. And they're completely thawed, and I'm going to strain the water, and I'm going to take off the shell. I've used around 28 jumbo or large shrimps. You can, approximately it is around 2 to 1.5 pounds. Alright, the other ingredients that we need for today's recipe is some plain yogurt, garlic and ginger paste, some lemon juice, some sliced onions, some tomatoes, some green chilies. Well, I didn't have serrano peppers in my fridge. I was out of, so I'm using 3 large jalapenos. Well, jalapenos are not actually that spicy, so I'm okay to use 3 large ones. But if you don't have jalapenos, well, of course you're using green peppers, just use about 3 to 4 of them. Half cup of chopped fresh mint and green coriander, cilantro that we call, some extra salt to boil our rice with, some oil. Alright, for spices that we're going to make the masala or gravy for shrimp is some salt, some cayenne pepper powder, turmeric powder, garam masala powder, coriander powder, cumin seeds, some whole black peppercorn, about 10 of them, cinnamon stick, about 1 inch piece, black cardamom, and 1 dry bay leaf. Alright, we're also going to need some food color. This is totally optional. If you want to use it, go ahead, use it. Otherwise, just skip it. Add a little bit of water, this food color. Just stir it like so. It adds a very beautiful and brilliant color to the rice if you're using some. Alright, for those who had never worked with shrimp before, just let me share real quick with you guys. It is already deveined, and I'm just going to peel it like so. I'm taking the shell off. Some people leave the tail on because it has this beautiful red vibrant color once it's cooked, but I'm taking it off. It's very easy to take off the shell, as long as it's deveined, because that is a kind of a headache to do it yourself. Alright, over here in my non-stick pot, I'm going to add about 3/4 cup of oil. And I'm going to brown my onions. I'm going to fry it until it becomes golden brown. Alright, the onion is pretty much brown. We don't want to make it very dark brown. I will take this fried onion out of the oil. And I will leave it in a separate plate until I'm going to fry the rest of the stuff. Okay, after I took out the fried onions from oil out, I'm going to add the chopped tomatoes. Garlic paste, along ginger paste, lemon juice, okay, I'm adding coriander powder, garam masala powder, cayenne pepper powder, including cumin seeds. All these whole black spices will go in the rice when we are going to boil it. Okay, in goes salt. At the same time, I'm adding yogurt as well. Oh, very important. I totally forgot to whisk the yogurt. As you can see, it's lumpy. Make sure you whisk the yogurt before adding in. So I'm going to whisk it real quick. Here, I whisk the yogurt and add it in masala. I'm going to add the green pepper, just like so. I'm not slitting in half. If you want to cut it in half, go ahead, do it. I'm cooking this masala on very high heat until the moisture is almost gone. Alright, one more thing I want to add, but this is totally optional. It is some fresh bay leaves. I had it in my fridge, so I just thought to add like 4 or 5 leaves of it. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. You don't have to use it. So I'm adding a few fresh bay leaves. Alright, as you can see, the clear oil has become on the surface. When you can really tell that the masala is all cooked and ready, and most of the moisture is, pretty much 80% of moisture is gone. Now I'm going to add our peeled shrimp and this masala along the fried onion. Sorry for the noise. At this stage, you need to keep your stove heat on the maximum level. We are not going to cook the shrimp for a very long time, because the longest you cook the shrimp, it's going to become very tough and rubbery. And in the meantime, we have to get rid of the moisture which shrimp will ooze out. So make sure your stove or heat level is on its max level. You are cooking your shrimp. You'll see from gray color it is turning to pink. Next, you will fry or cook the shrimp 4 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes barely, because it will also cook along rice. So we are going to leave it for simmer, and it's going to cook furthermore in that process. Okay, now if you want to leave a little bit of gravy, you can add 4 to 5 tablespoons of water. That's it. Going to turn off the stove. And after turning off the stove, I'm adding the chopped cilantro, green coriander, and mint. If you don't want to add any water or any gravy, that's totally fine. But if you want to make a little moist, go ahead. Add some. Okay, that's it. Now we're going to cook our rice. Okay, while you're going to boil the water and make it ready for the rice, add all these black whole spices, cardamom, bay leaves, black pepper, and cinnamon. I'm also going to add about 3 to 4 tablespoons of salt. Don't worry, yes, it does look like a lot of salt, but since we're going to strain the water after boiling the rice, so you don't have to worry about it. Alright, your water should be boiling hot like this, and over here I'm going to strain this water out of the soaked rice. And now I'm going to add my rice and this salt water. I'm telling you guys everything very detailed because for those viewers who have never tried to cook or never worked with basmati rice, so they wouldn't make any errors if I'm explaining you guys everything in detail. I'm going to stir it gently. And another tip, that when you're about to boil your rice, after adding your rice in the hot water, your stove should be on max level. Remember guys, if you guys are trying to cook basmati rice on a low heat, it will turn to a mush. So make sure you have a high flame stove. The heat should be on its max. Alright, let's check on our rice. Remember that we are cooking rice for the biryani only about 75%. So it means it's not cooked all the way. A trick to tell if your rice is 75% cooked, take a grain of rice and pinch it between your index finger and your thumb. It should break in 3 pieces. You see this? 1, 2, 3. So it means it's 70 to 75% cooked. And take a look how this brand of rice that I mentioned, it's so good. I recommend you guys, which is extra large basmati rice from Kitchen King. See how long the grain of rice has became. See this? In my coming up videos, I will keep on recommend or suggest you guys or give reviews about products from groceries to some other stuff. Alright, the rice is ready and I'm going to strain the water out of it. Another trick to make your rice strain even longer, just add about a cup of cold water before straining the water out of your rice. Just stir it once with light hand. Now I'm going to strain this water in a big strainer. Alright, before putting my pot to simmer on top of my stove, I have this metal plate. I bought it from Asian grocery store. I'm going to place this plate on top of my stove and leaving the flame on the lowest possible. Okay, over here I'm going to add in my pot 1 layer of this boiled rice. So it's pretty much half of the rice. And then I'm going to add a layer of the shrimp masala. Another tip, guys, when you guys are boiling your rice in water, make sure that you guys are not stirring it a lot. Otherwise, it will break your rice and it will turn mushy. And now again, the remaining rice on top for second layer. Again, remaining shrimp along its gravy will go on the top. Alright, now this is also optional, it's up to you guys, but I always sprinkle some powdered garam masala on top of biryani before putting it for simmer. Now, at the very last, I'm going to spread this food color on top of the rice. And this tip is very crucial. Get your bottom of your spoon. Make these little holes in the rice, because this way the heat can come to the surface or top of the rice, and it will be cooked evenly when you're going to cover and leave it for simmer. Now, I have a clean towel here. I'm going to cover the lid like so. So all the moisture during the simmer process won't drop back on the rice and won't make it soggy. Alright, leave your biryani on top of your stove on the lowest heat possible for about 20 minutes. Alright, one thing I forgot to mention, that I cooked or boiled the rice in hot water for about 8 to 10 minutes. Alright, let's check on our rice or biryani, our shrimp biryani. I'm sure it is ready. Alright, as you can see, it is beautifully cooked and ready. I am going to dish it out in my platter. Alright guys, our shrimp biryani is ready, and I'm sure you guys are gonna give it a try, and please let me know about your feedback, and please do not forget to subscribe my channel if you haven't done it yet. I'll see you guys with another recipe. You guys take care. Bye bye.